Hello everyone, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. Terrible lighting as usual. And yeah, this is another one of my weird video thingies. I'm not sure what to call it. Anyway, it's on KaiserReich. Alternate history scenarios. We are going to be playing as, are they there? No, they're not. Austria. Okay, right. Well, we're playing as Austria. Why? Because this mod is very good, and I've tested it so many times as Austria, and I find it to be quite good when you're playing as Austria. Other nations, it can be a bit messy. There's a lot in the first 2.5 years of playing as Austria. There's a lot that goes on, and afterwards it kind of dies down. So this might be a 1 part, 2 part, possibly even 3 parts. I'll probably put it into 2 parts if it goes on long enough. It depends on how I record this. I might be recording this in 2 different sections. If I am, then I'll uh I'll just do whatever sections I record in and have them as separate parts. So yeah, and also I need more videos for start of college. I've got a month left to get as many videos out as possible. I've got a list of the different HOI4 mods I want to do. Oh god, yeah. So I've got 2 off the list at the moment. This will be 3. So yeah, that's good. I've got at least 6 videos that are HOI4 related coming out. Possibly 7. So that was KaiserReich. If you don't know KaiserReich, then it's a scenario where Germany win World War One, and this is the fallout of this war, or of the Great War result. It's a fallout of it. This is KaiserReich. This is important because the first time I played KaiserReich, I didn't actually read this. Well, basically, the main thing to take from this is this first point here. The mod is designed with the assumption that the player will always annex all possible states in peace treaties. Make sure you do that. That's the main thing to take out of this. All right. Now I'm going to set up the army, and then I'll discuss what I'm doing. Right, I think I'm good to go here. Basically, there's not really a lot you can do at the start of this mod. So there's elections that will take place, so you can't really do anything here that you see. There's not a lot you can do. You need stuff to start. You can't even do any of these continuous focuses. So in terms of the focus tree, we can't really use it. So that's just a tip why I'm not showing you doing national focus like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. In terms of the army, now it's all over the place, but because I've played this scenario before, I am going to spoil some things. Basically, we're going to Austria-Hungary, or the Donau-Arband, whatever it's called. Donau-Arbau. Can you open up the thing? Yeah, this is going to change to the Donau-Arbau faction, where all of us are going to be in it. Basically, we all go to civil war. Yeah, and I've seen that the best playthrough of this that I've done, as I have played it a lot of times, and I love this mod, is to get Poland on your side. If you get Poland on this side, you will win the civil war. If not, then you're screwed. Literally. So that's the plan. You take out Hungary first, and then after that you can sort out everyone else. Not easily, but relatively well. So that's my plan. I'm gonna start making some divisions, and then we're gonna be good. Alright, the situation of Austria in 1936. Let me move the mic away for this one. This is gonna be a long read, so just if you want to skip it, you can. The situation of Austria in 1936. Despite standing amongst the victors of the Weltkrieg, that's World War in German, I believe, the war reveals the divisions of culture, class, and ideology within the empire ever so clearly, and the inner unrest continued on as the war ended. Kaiser Karl, following in the footsteps of the assassinated Franz Ferdinand in trying to reform the multinational Austro-Hungarian Empire into something that could survive in the 20th century, launched a series of large-scale reforms. However, his efforts were largely blocked by nobility of the Hungarian side of the empire, leading to his plans of federalization progressing only slowly and only in the Cisleitanian, I can't say that, sorry, autism, sorry, side of the empire. However, many feel that there is hope for Austria. The last decades were hard on the empire, but the effort has started paying off. That fucking shite Austria is now a federation state has calmed down, but the same cannot be said for Transylvania. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I really am not saying that right. It is, however, unlikely that the Carpathian Basin will continue to remain in Magyar hands. Magyar? Oh, fuck it. Since Hungary's peoples have begun gazing upon the liberties upon the Letha. Oh god, I'm so bad at saying names. Wishing to have such autonomy for themselves. Whether reform will be able to find a way to Hungary, only the Kaiser knows for sure. Austria erit in orbe ultima. Oh, I said that's bad. Anyway, look, I'm giving it a shot. That's the main thing. Yeah, there's a lot of story here, so it's going to be very slow until we actually get started. And then assassination of President Kerensky, that's in Russia. We don't care about Russia at the moment. They're not really the focal point of this playthrough. Voting rights in the legation council. Oh, so bad. The legation. Right. I'm so bad at this. But yeah, this is another read. You can skip this if you want. This comes up a lot, so that's why I'm reading it. The legation cities were formed in 1920 as a result of the Americans. Yeah, it was the Americans intervening in the Chile-Fengian conflict that they believed was going to spill out into open war between the Japanese and their Fengian puppets and the Chile and their German backers. When a passenger train was attacked by Chinese warlords, America saw the opportunity to mediate, not only in order to create a more permanent solution to the instability in the East, but also enshrine the door-open policy in China, which allows all powers equal access to Chinese markets. Consistent of all official concessions in China, as well as a 30-mile neutral zone, the legation cities, officially known as the international mandate for the Chinese concessions, also host a forum, the Legation Council, for the various powers with Chinese interests to cooperate in Far Eastern policy. Though the Austro-Hungarian Empire does not have a voting position on this council, we mostly abstain from the harebrained plans proposed by the Americans, Germans, and Japanese to support only such self-evidently reasonable motions as economic relief for the Chinese and our own citizens. In terms of production, you can see what we're making. We're very far behind in everything. The Totalist Charter, yeah, Oswald Mosley, or whatever his name is going into power. We don't care about England. They don't come up in this. At least they're not supposed to anyway. Alright, Afghanistan has declared war on India. We don't care. Not important. Anarchists elected in France. Oh, they're not going commie. Not going commie, are they? Oh, they are. Oh, dear. And they're in the Union of Britain. Fantastic. Right. Black Monday. On the 3rd of February 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking. It plunged. Fueled by the instability of the market panic, selling erupted as soon as the stock market opened on Monday morning. It took well into the night for the teleprinters to stop sputtering out the results of what became known as Black Monday. When the results had been delayed, it was clear that the situation had only got worse. The shock of this unprecedented economic catastrophe will no doubt be felt all over the entire world. The German Golden Age has ended, for now at least. Mein Gott. Black Monday hits Austria. Black money has hit Germany, and it would not be long before its shockwave rippled across Europe. Given its close proximity, Austria was among the first to be affected. The economy is struggling, and troubling times lie ahead. Ah, God. I think that means ah, God. And that completely fucks me over. Because I can't do anything about it. I think you have to go here to remove it. Or it's one of... There are one of these focus trees that help. Yeah, here it is. It's this side. We need to go down this side. So, Austrian elections of 1936. Let's have a look. Since federalization begun, the Austrian elections were mostly reduced to the German-speaking part of the empire. Two major parties have dominated Austrian politics, the CS and the SDAP. This year's elections, too, are harshly fought. The SDAP and CS have very different ideas of dealing with the ongoing economic crisis. The SDAP's program, I'm just going to call them SDAP, focuses on easing the workers' plight with a focus on unemployment benefits and government intervention. The CS, on the other hand, follow a program of severe austerity measurements. It is for the people to decide. I think I know who I'm going to go for. I'm not going to tell you yet. You can already guess if you've seen my previous... I think it's the Prussia one. I think it's the Prussian video, what Prussia returned in 1936. If you've seen that video, you'll know who I'm going to go for. Withdrawal from the Italian Republic. Black money has hit the Austrian Empire hard enough that many of our companies have been forced to withdraw from the Italian Republic. Not only has our economic hold over the Italians weakened, we also cannot afford to maintain our occupation forces there. For good or ill, the Italian Republic is now effectively independent. We will have to maintain our working relationship with them, at least until we can restore our own strength. And there you go. I'm happy to support the Italians, because they're like a safe border for me from the rest of the world. Opening of the school, yeah, we could support them. Denounces, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to read this. Opening school and SDAP rally, or SDAP rally. Even if the economic situation of Austria has been dire for a while, the first years after the Weltkrieg, when the CS and SDAP still cooperated in their governance, the Austrian Empire saw widespread reforms in education and welfare. Academies for specialized workers began, construction workers' pensions were introduced, and child labour was once and all for eliminated. Oh my god, I'm so bad at reading. You know, I actually used to be an okay reader. Believe it or not, I know I'm not proving it, but I did used to be okay. I don't know what happened. Well, I do. I didn't read for a while. Vienna has now been regarded as a frontrunner in socialist circles. Today, a new academy is opened in the 9th district of Vienna, which the SDAP sees as a major success. Many speeches by various politicians are held, Karl Renner always standing in the background. Renner has been the effective head of the party since he found the goodwill of the emperor during the Weltkrieg with a policy of Bürgerfrieden and cooperation with the crown. Yeah, fuck it, their efforts are praiseworthy. I want them in power. I want the SDAP in power. That's the plan. I want them in power because it's easier. You see this invites Prince Otto the Hunt. Sure. Now, before I'm gonna say yes, but you can read what this says. You see, yes, the party of the petite bourgeoisie, the Catholic Church, and the conservative countryside usually refrains from holding large public events in Vienna. They instead focus their efforts on smaller private meetings. One such planned meeting will be the form of a hunt in the Wienerwald. Prince Otto was formally invited to join the hunt, having enjoyed our fuck it, yeah, we're going for it. He's not supposed to care. Hunting accident. Okay, this is good. This is good. Is Prince Otto hurt? During what has been confirmed as an accident by all bystanders, the hunting rifle of the son of a prominent CS politician misfired, grazing Prince Otto's right leg in the process. While the heir to the throne sustained no serious injuries during the incident, the media are already spinning their conspiracy theories. And just like that, we have won. The SDAP are going to be in power. So that's how you do it. Once you get that event, you know that it's basically the elections are won in your favor. So we should get it on the 15th of March, I think, is when the elections finish. The elections, this isn't exciting. Final tally saying after a hard fought election campaign, we should now find out the winner. I know who the winner is. March 10th, yeah, the SDAP win the elections. The final counts for the election are in. While it was a close call, the votes for the city of Vienna have made the SDAP to a clear winner. And there we go, general elections of 1936 have been finished. Now, time to get started. There's only really one thing that we can do, and that's to fix our economy before we can actually start doing anything else. So it's going to be very boring from here on out. Growing unrest in Montenegro. Oh, here we go again. Ever since we created the Crown of Illyria, I can never say that. We hope that the ethnic conflict in the South Slavic lands would dissipate. Largely, this has been the case as insurrectionist radical movements have dissolved and the previously anti-Vienna groups have switched their allegiances. But it's clear that this isn't the case in the region of Montenegro, long dogged by pro-Serbian activity. Over the last couple of years, the activity of Serbian Montenegrin Unionist People's Party have bolstered the numbers despite our attempts to suppress the organization. It opposed the Croat-dominated Assembly of Illyria and subsequently fight against the perceived lack of a voice in nationalist affairs. In addition, they recently solidified control over their regional parliament, making their actions a bit more irritating. We have no proof that suggests the recent uptick in unrest has been encouraged by the rump of Serbian state, but they would surely attempt to capitalize on the unrest if it gets too much worse. They don't really give up now, do they? And we lose political power. Something I just can't afford. Oh my god, that's a long one to read. Alright, Lee, please read it properly without fucking up. Case in Podgorica. We knew the unrest in Montenegro was bad, but it appears that the entire region was a house of cards, ready to collapse at the slightest crisis. A few days ago, the murder-suicide of Serbian family and a Croat soldier with syndicalist sympathies sent Podgorica into chaos. The military in the area, blamed for the incident, had little effect on quelling protests, and eventually order broke down in the region's capital. Andrea Radovic, the veteran leader of the People's Party of Montenegro and subsequently the Montenegrin Parliament, declared Montenegro's secession from the Illyrian Union. A few hours later, another act would be brought in to create a formal South Slavic union between Serbia and Montenegro. While the Illyrian army will be permitted to safe passage out of the now Serbian lands, in just 6 hours, Montenegro had legally annexed itself into Serbia. The offences are highly suspicious, but everything about the secession and union does seem legal, and rather than reckless Serbian intervention in our affairs, it appears that they were for once a neutral party. Regardless, the entire incident is outrageous and surely requires a response. The military are expected, proposing a full mobilization of our armies to deal with the Serbian problem once and for all. It's an alluring prospect. The Serbians are also weakened following black money, and according to intel reports, our army is heavily undermanned. However, the Kaiser is refusing to authorize such an operation, weary that another war could collapse the fragile system holding Austria and Hungary together. Instead, he has requested we issue a stern diplomatic complaint while preparing an operation to break up the union once the empire's internal issues are resolved. I wasn't joking when I said this might be a two-parter. Right, we're going to do... our stability's fine, it's above 30, that'll do. We're going to do dual systems and all that, try to get that sorted. Oh my fucking god. Oh, I don't want to read that. I'm going to leave this on the screen. you want to read it, you can pause the video because my throat is sore. Basically, what we're going to do is People's Party. I hope that was the right decision. I can't remember what I done. Greece seizes Austrian assets. You want to read this? You can. Basically, we're just going to apply sanctions. Exporting arms of Venezuela. We're not doing that. There's no point. No point doing it. It's just a waste of time, especially when I don't have the resources to do it. Also, I decided to do the mobile warfare doctrine because I've never done it before. I've done the other three, but I haven't done mobile warfare, so we're going to do that. We're going to try to get tanks involved. Alright, we're going to start increasing our efficiency because that's the main thing. Our production has to speed up if you want to have a chance of beating these guys right here. Okay, I'm going to read this one out because this is very important. The Poles have recently made moves to elect a new king after 20 years of regency. This election presents a perfect opportunity for us to bring the Polish into our sphere of influence. Oh my god, why can I not say that? We could support Karl Albrecht von Habsburg for the new king of Poland, as this election would surely bring Poland close to us. What should we do? We're pressuring them because we need Poland. If Poland refuses, we're screwed. Poland elects a new king. Who do you elect? Sorry, if you want to read this, you can. Okay, it doesn't really say who it is. We're getting past the bottleneck, and then we'll sort out the other side of the focus tree so we can sort ourselves out. Oh, Union Syndiclasta. Okay, that's new. That's new. I've never seen them win before. I think I might have screwed this. Legislation our Legation Council votes on Aiden Shishwan. Deny. No, we're not helping. They can go away. We're not helping anyone other than ourselves because we absolutely need our own help. If vote fails, right, pass the bottleneck. We're going to start working on. Oh, this is the schools and hospitals, so I don't work for the workless. Okay, never mind. I completely screwed up the focus tree that I was planning on doing. Vote on Liverpool. Sure, go on. We'll approve the motion. Why not? That's for a limited conscription, by the way. I probably should have read that out rather than just clicking it. If vote passes, class. I also want to note, so I've been recording for 30 minutes here. We're not finished 1 year. Last time I played this, or the previous video that I done, I think it was France in World War One, the Great War Redux mod. I got through 2 years in like 40 minutes. It was really fast. Anyway, we're gonna deny the motion because we don't want the legation cities having a navy. I find that usually is enough to. That's usually enough to win this little civil kerfuffle that we're about to do. And we're going to remove national spirit, divided society. The vote failed. Good. You love to see it. Oh, Mustafa Kemal seized power in the Ottoman Empire. They might have a civil war. Right, natural fund is done. Now, national broadcast. Let's get that over and done with. And then we can fix the economy. We can actually start working on the economy. Or we can actually start working on our army. And pumping out some divisions. Because I really need military factories now if I want to start pushing. Italian democracy survives. Good. You love to see it. Socialists assume control of Norway. We don't really care about Norway. They don't come up. Well, saying that they just joined the Third International. Interesting indeed. Perfect timing as well. I have to say, you're really good with your timing. National broadcast is done. Then we can do a recovering industry. And then within a year, I would have had the economy back on track where it was when it all went down to shit. Again, this is a big mod. I think I'll probably split this into an hour and a half recording session each. So that would be a total 3 hours. That should be enough for me to do some stuff. I want to get the Civil War over and done with here. Standoff in America. That means the American Civil War is happening. It feels like it's happening a lot later than it usually does. I don't think there's anything I can really do here. Oh, I can do Chief of the Navy. Yeah, here we go. American Civil War has just started. There's an army of them. Like, we're really struggling for equipment here. But the good thing is we can sort out. We're gonna do a protector of the Balkans, I think, because that means we'll get Albania on our side, and that will help with our little issue that we have here. So yeah, that's good. We want that. And as you can see, I've got armies that have 12 divisions in them each. That's the plan. We're gonna build up the rest of the armies. I think I need 5 armies if I want a good chance at surviving this. But I think I'll probably start the war when I have 4. Oh, White Ruthenia. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, no, they seize power. Serbia crowns Alexander II. No one cares. Honestly, we're gonna crush them anyway. Well, we won't crush them. It's gonna be a tough fight, but we will win. All right, here we go. Here's where the fun starts, lads. Ostkolek preparations. Every 10 years since 1867, Austrian and Hungarian delegations meet to discuss how much each side of the empire puts into the common ministries. The ministries for foreign, military, and financial affairs. However, due to their loss and demand for reparations for the Croatian territories, the renegotiation in 1927 came to a standstill, resulting in Hungary not having paid anything into the common treasury for the last decade. Hungary's state of as a renegade crown under the Kaiser's reign has been torn in Austria's side for a while now. A thorn in Austria's side, I should say. At least some efforts have been made to bring them back to the herd. Let's invite them formally. Then I'm gonna start some shit here. I'm gonna start stirring the pot, lads. I'm gonna start stirring the pot. Right, let's read this. The Ausgelect has always been conducted as a meeting of the Austrian and Hungarian elite. However, we have had politicians from Bohemia, Galicia, and Illyria petition for more open, multi-ethnical negotiations this year, with delegations from all constituent states of the empire. Oh jeez, I cannot speak. I swear I used to be a decent reader. I'm not lying. Now I'm shit. Also gathering delegations from all of Austria-Hungary's corners might help mediate some of the internal tensions that have been going on since the Feldkrieg has ended. Yeah, let's invite everyone. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to batter Hungary constantly. We'll get everyone on our side, and then we can help. Delegations arrive. Despite the fear that Hungary would not take kind to us having invited other delegations beside theirs in negotiations, they've arrived in Vienna yesterday amongst the delegations from Bohemia, Galicia, and I can't say it. While this year's Ausgelec negotiations are attended by politicians and thinkers from all over the empire, the Hungarians remain at the centre since the problem is the most important to solve. Festivities lasted long into the night. What a night. Hungary tends to yeah. We're not gonna, if you just attend, then we don't care about Panama. Bohemia's going, class. Hungary protests, yeah, that's the way they do it. Galicia, agreed. Yeah, let's remove him from the negotiation. I'm not gonna read this, but basically it's a Hungarian delegate is having a fit. And Ilria, I don't know. Hungary demands reparations is precisely why you pay less taxes. If you want to read this, you can. Feel free to pause at any moment. Also, I got my cursor shown as well, so that's handy. Bohemian proposed a Slovak state. Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, I found Hungary abandons the. Yeah, fuck it. Go on. There we go. We don't care. We don't care if Hungary are gone. This is going to be fun. This is where the fight really starts. The Polish propose. Yes. Yes, the Poles can, of course, have it. Galicia demands. Yep, that can happen. Of course, are they going to get any of this? Yeah, there we go. Ilria can control the entire basin. Second International, we don't care. Romanians. Yeah, we're going to really piss the Hungarians off. We know what we want. End of the Ausgelec. Despite Hungary's earlier departure, the Ausgelec came to an end yesterday and the rest of the delegations went home. Could have gone better, could have also gone worse. Slovak and Romanian demonstrations put down in Hungary. At the start of the week, peaceful demonstrations of support for Vienna in several cities of Slovak and Transylvania ended up with Hungarian police finally dispersing the crowd. However, this has only played into the narrative the resistance is pushing, and Slovak and Romanian leaders are asking our government to mediate in the dispute. Hungary refused our ultimatum. Hungary becomes free. Let's go. We're at war. Gandhi takes power and Moscow has a thing. We're nearly at Budapest. It's so easy because Hungary have such a small army and they're surrounded on all sides. Congress of Belgrade argues for a new order in the Balkans. Serbs remains think twice after an embargo. Yeah, we'll say that. You can read it if you want again. I probably should have gone a little bit slower, but that's my bad. I want to get this war over and done with because this is the fun part. Dutch elections. You don't need to read that. Synthetic oil experiments. That's good. We can also get a rubber going, which means that we can actually start producing some good stuff. Okay, so the Germans have arrived. We're gonna up everything. I want to get the tanks going, although we are low on steel, but that won't be for long. We're about to take Budapest. Are we? Yeah, we're close. Serbia declared war on Bulgaria. That's fine. Fourth Balkan War. Sweden has joined the Reichspakt. Not important. Yeah, so Illyria and What's Their Face are they're sorting out this little hole in my front. So that's the good thing about having so many allies in a small scale war like this. They fill in the holes in your front lines, which is handy. Alright, we're going to change to partial mobilization. And that's going to be it. Because we can't do anything else. Although we are going to get a lot of shit from the rest of the public. And Russia is going to war with everyone. They'll survive. Here we go. They're about to capitulate. Yes. Class, can I take all states? I can. Bam. Boom. Da. There we go. All over. Now that Austria is becoming a little bit chunkier. we're gonna close the limited exports. We've got more divisions, and I'm gonna sort out the army to really be able to fight now. All right, we're gonna do this. The new KUK army, and then we're gonna get started. I think we might be good to go. We should have these 6 divisions out, which will give 11, and then that should be enough to make us hold on the rest of the way. And looks like Bulgaria is pushing into Serbia. Ooh, who needs Poland when you have Bulgaria? Only problem is Bulgaria aren't on my side. They're on their own side, which is a problem. And I'm waiting for I'm doing the infrastructure so I can fix the steel little issue that we have. So I can make more tanks. Once I have the tanks going, we should be good because of my doctrine, which is focused around tanks encircling. Literally blitzkrieg is what it is. Alright, here we go. About to start. Am I ready for this? No. Is this the army I want? Yeah, because Serbia doesn't actually exist anymore. So we should be good the way we are. I'm gonna chance it and put this army here because Bulgaria are there. I'm still gonna keep the fallback line army there. I am nervous though with the amount of troops that we have on the field. I don't think it's enough. And so it begins. The Czechs have revolted. Oh boy. So we're just gonna deploy our troops as far as we can. This is gonna be fun. If you want to read this, you're more than welcome to. So we're gonna get started on all our armies. Except 4 divisions, of course. Galicia has gone against us as well. I'm waiting for Illyria. Yeah. Oh boy. Now while I'm here, I should have worked out the Air Force because I don't have that many. So we are going to run out of fuel very fast. See how we have like 5 years? Well, we're going to have 0 very soon. Poland has declared war. This really isn't the way it's supposed to be. And the fact that some of my armies have reset. Right, we're going to... I think we're crushing them. So we're going to get this army. Delete all orders. We're going to get you to crush Bohemia. Go, go, go. Get the army to the border. The Poles, this is Hungarian territory, so this isn't really important to me. This area here, though, because it's close to my capital, I want to protect it as much as I can. Come on, take Zagreb, for fuck's sake. The Alsace Ultimatum, here we go. We're about to go into World War II. I mean, France declared war on French, or on the Germans. The Second Weltkrieg. Oh boy. Oh, we're about to take Krakow. Well, maybe not about to, but we're close enough. How are our relations with Romania? Very good, clearly. Yes, absolutely. Alright, we're changing all this to total war economy. Not total mobilization for whatever reason. They won't let me do it. We're going to put as many things in there as possible. What do we need? I think it's more than 80% war support. We're working on that. Then I can have full mobilization and we should be good to go. I think we have Prague. Oh my god, we took Prague. Okay, so the Czechs should fuck off soon. Wait a second. Oh. Serbia's back. Oh. Huh. Wonder why they're back. Why are you back? Paris has fallen. No way. Oh, what is this? Oh, Paris, what is it with you and surrendering? Like, they just can't help themselves. They have to surrender all the time. Like, what is this? Are we even pushing at all? I don't think. I think we've gone to another standstill. This seems to be a very common thing this war. Although, actually, are we going to push? Yes. Okay, cool. Right. Czech should be 1 more point away. 2%. That should be Almaruk, Liberec, maybe one of those 2, and then they should capitulate. Maybe even Teshi. I can't see what that says. How are Poland doing? They're holding on. Come on, lads. We can take down the Czechs. I've also gone 12 minutes over my recording time. It's 1:15 at night, so the sooner this is over, the better. I'll probably put this into a two-parter though, because I think I might try to take on the German Empire or something like that. All right, this is taking their capital. Oh, thank fuck. Now, sort out this absolute mess of a front. We're gonna disband the. We're gonna disband this. The orange group are gonna be disbanded entirely. Here we go. Add them to the front and say up here. Go, Power Rangers. This should be fun. Once we defeat Poland, then I'm going to go to bed. I'll probably finish this scenario off tomorrow, so this will probably be a two-parter. Yeah, I'll decide what I'm doing once we finish this area. I'll probably take down Serbia, Romania, maybe Bulgaria, and I'll want to take down the Germans. I'll probably take down the Germans first and then go after the smaller sides. We are pushing. It's not fast. This is not fast. Vice Power and Entente will cooperate. Yeah, that's usually what you should do. Against the Third International, I think they're called. Okay, Poland is starting to fall. This is what you get for backstabbing me, lads. I didn't want to do this. I was willing to give you a lot of territory. I was willing to give you so much. Even if Romania attacked, I was willing to give you the entirety of Romania. But no, you didn't want to do that, did you now? So now we're crushing you. Hopefully I can get this done before 1941, because that will give me about 4 years to sort of Germany and the rest of the Balkans. Yeah, we're absolutely annihilating them. Oh, this is... Once I have all my armies on one front, they just crushed the enemy. Literally crushed them. I think in the space of a month, I've gone from them being on the Hungarian border and pushing in parts of the Hungarian border into Transylvania into me surrounding Warsaw. Or on the verge of surrounding Warsaw. Quality turnaround for me, because it was looking very grim. Especially when the Poles decided that they were going to declare war on me and not join me. I am taking their territory. I don't want to, but you've given me no choice, especially when you backstab me. That's not fun. Follow Warsaw. Yeah, you deserve that. Okay, we've taken a bit of equipment, not a lot. Alright, take all states, and bam, there we go. Well, would you look at that? The Austrian Empire is looking a bit weird. Yeah, we'll do the fate of Poland. Our soldiers are marching through the streets of Warsaw after Polish army surrendered earlier in the afternoon. They must decide what to do with their lands. We could make them a puppet. Or release only the core Polish lands. I want to release the core Polish lands. I'll probably give them this area up here though. Like this area here, because I don't actually want that area. Oh, we have the fate of Bialystok. Nah, never mind, we're going to be doing this. Reach around Bialystok now under control. Give it to Republic of Poland. Give it to White Britannia. We're going to give it to Poland. Yeah, that's the area there. Good. I am finished. So Poland has all of the control now of the areas that I want them to control. And that's a nice little buffer state between me and Germany. That means I don't have to fill an army up in the Prussian area and Silesia. So I can just focus on this little spearhead here and punch through to Berlin. Right, I'm going to leave it there. In the second part, I already told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be fighting on quite a few fronts, and hopefully I can get there. This is one of the very few hard to find videos where it's going to be in multiple parts. So yeah, hopefully this is fun. Probably not though. There's a lot of reading at the start. But look, we'll see. Hopefully it turns out good.